For this assignment, I choose to talk about Autorretrato sobre mi muerte from Carlos Herrera. Herrera is Argentinian. He was born in Rosario, Santa Fe in 1976. He studied at the Escuela Superior de Diseño Gráfico in Rosario, and he's mainly a painter, so when he presented a sculpture, he made a big impact on all the jurors and the public. This piece of art can briefly be described as a sculpture, but it's more like a conjunction of many things. This work was presented in 2011 at the Arte Bra Petrobras event and won the entire thing. A shirt, a pair of socks, shoes with a decomposed shrimp inside, and a nylon bag are the elements that make up this piece. With all of this, the author seeks to make us reflect about the human state and how he perceives himself, not only through the visual message, but also through the environment of the installation. In the case of senses, it is very difficult to be close to this work of art, because the shrimps begin to decompose when the days pass, and it smells really bad. The only thing that elevates these objects to the art status is the place they are put in and the exposition they are receiving. This is Herrera's way of showing his death. He generated a work with the objects he used every day, thus portraying his daily life. His work is a beautiful analogy of human fragility. In the words of the author, as an artist, I manifest my ideas, my words, the self-referential, what surrounds me and my affections in simple supports and materialities of little transcendence in the life of a mortal. This is one of my driving forces, to produce works of small or medium formats, of reduced materialities or easy recognition in everyday life. His message and the decaying materiality that he uses establish this piece of art as a unique and unrepeatable moment. His idea is very characteristic of contemporary art, where the author seeks to make us reflect through the aesthetic of his work and the atmosphere generated by it. At this point, I want to clarify that this is a weird piece of art, and that's why I love it so much. It's so ugly in every sense of the word, and yet when the author explains it, it makes sense. He shows to us how he sees the day today, the mundane things of his life, and how his life is gonna end for him. In most cases, the contemporary art come for a place of complaint and revolution, and in this case, he is showing his own way to see death, his own and very weird way, but in this case, I think it's very creative and it inspires me. It inspires me in so many levels. I personally don't think this has a lot of indirect senses. It goes right to the bone and it doesn't have much more than the first impression of his artwork. I don't know if this piece of art will inspire everyone, but it inspires me. And it shows the beauty of the mundane. Why? You might ask why. And my response will always be simple. It resumes our life with so little and it shows how it can be wasted. In my case, it inspires me to do two things. Be slower. I am normally always in a rush, and now I try to stop and see everything around me, choose to appreciate it before it rottens. And two, it makes me appreciate the concept of contemporary work. Being this style of art, the one I really hate, it's the only style of art that I really don't like, but this is one of the few works in this style that I like. This specific one connects with me and I hope it connects with more people. It's really great.